We're doing something different this week here in beautiful sunny Auckland. I am reviewing a hybrid bike. First and foremost, price and range. This two-wheeled piece of machinery will set you back just shy of $6,000. There's a reason for that, and it'll do more than 100 k's per charge if you ride it properly. For more information, I need to talk to the creator. This is Frank from Hybrid Bikes, and Frank, what do we have here?
This is an M18 Sport Elite Special. That's one of our favorite e-bikes because it's an all-terrain model. Because it's carbon fiber, it's very light to ride, and special means it can go anywhere. So it's got enough torque to tackle hills, you can go into town, it can do anything.
So you guys have actually created this custom made for me?
We made something which you like to ride.
All right, I'm excited.
Yeah, we customize anything. You know, Hybrid Bike stands for customized e-bikes as well. So you can come to us and you can say, Frank, I like this and this and this, and we build it for you. So it's not one out of the box.
Now the reason we're under a beautiful canopy is because it's a typical sunny Auckland day and we're hiding.
Well, you have to live for that, you know. I mean, that's why it's called all-terrain. When it rains, you can still ride it.
So this is not going to get upset if I get it wet?
No,
okay.
no. It's IP55 rated, so you can do whatever you want.
So where did the idea come from to create a hybrid bike instead of just a regular bike?
I had a little health issue, and to get fit again I thought, well, because I live on top of a hill, I thought it would be nice to have an e-bike, but being German I'm a little fussy, so therefore I thought, let's have a look what is available.
Yeah.
And I didn't really like what I've seen, you know, and what I liked was really expensive. And because I was in a position to actually do something myself, I sat down, done a lot of research. When I looked around and I couldn't find what I was looking for, I thought, well, what Kiwins are known for, create something. If you can't find it, do it yourself. And that's what I did. And I chosen carbon because carbon is extremely strong, and it's lighter, and it's a very, very easy performing e-bike. You know, that material is just fantastic.
Isn't it outrageously expensive though?
It is more expensive, yes, but I didn't think of get maximum margin of my bike, like maximum dollar. It was more about building something which is value for money. And I think this carbon e-bike, look around, if you try to find a carbon e-bike under $10,000, you'll probably be lucky. And this is $5,600. Now,
wait, where's the motor?
The motor is right here.
Okay, I'm used to seeing it on the actual wheel.
Yeah, that's the earlier models of e-bikes. You know, they all started initially with a front wheel drive, then they went with a rear wheel drive, and then they came up with a center drive, which is probably one of the most popular models now, having an e-bike with a center drive because it's well balanced.
Oh, see, now I had a bike in Europe that it was an electric bike, but it weighed twice as much as this. How heavy is this?
22.5.
Okay.
So in the world of e-bikes, the average bike is probably around 25 kg.
Right.
So it is quite significant, you know, because 22.5 is still not light, but it's manageable. So that's about really as easy as the assembly can be. And then we adjust the levers to suit you. But we do all this in Nelson.
Okay.
You know, that's what I mean with actually designing and building an e-bike. I was blown away when Consumer Magazine says here that our review on your bike is between 80 and 81%, and I looked at it and I was mind blowing. I mean, I'm out of a garage, you know, and I'm competing next to $1 billion company. It's fantastic.
That's
and that's
gotta
like,
feel pretty good.
It's a fantastic little story.
All right, so what about some tech specs? What size battery does it have? What capacity is it?
The battery is 504 watt hours,
Okay.
which is a good size battery. And the motor is 300 watt, and the point is 95 Newton meter of torque.
Is that good or bad?
That is good.
okay.
If it goes about hill climbing, that's fantastic.
All right, so let's fire it up. What happens?
Look at this. Automatic lights.
Oh, automatic backlighting.
So what it means
Oh,
is...
and the lights come on as well when it gets dark.
Yes, exactly right. So that's designed to be like a car. In modern cars, you ride, gets dark, lights ping on. This is exactly the same, you know.
And you've got a USB charging port down the
we've got-
side here as well.
Inside. So
Oh, that's smart.
So if you want to charge your phone along the way or anything else, you can just plug that in, do it along the way, which is a great little thing. And then you've got your battery level, you got your speed you're traveling, you got your trip controller, and the thing is you got 5 modes of power settings. So You can go up from 1 to 5. 1 is the average one, which is the town setting, and 5 is the ultimate hill climb.
Okay.
So that machine will go anywhere. And what else you got is, of course, your total kilometer range. You got your maximum speed you did in that trip. You got your average speed. You got how many kilometers you go when the bike is fully charged. Then you got your wattage. It's all the necessary information you need on an e-bike.
The suspension on the seat?
Yes, oh yeah. Because we call this the special. So a lot of customers actually go for the ultimate comfort when they go on trails. Most of our buyers are 55 plus. Comfort means everything.
Right, yep.
So you got your memory foam, and then you have options for your seat post, all right? You can have your standard seat post, you can have a standard suspension seat post, and you can have this. This is the parallelogram seat post. So this is the deluxe. And another popular thing is handlebar configurations and stem. So if you're a bit taller, what we say, we can offer you a longer stem so you don't lean forward as much. And a variety of handlebar options. So we go as far as bamboo if you want.
So is the suspension, is it one size fits all, or is it you can get sporty or hard or soft as well?
Yes, that is a mountain bike.
Right.
Fork. Okay. What you can do, you can have it really soft, but you can also lock it out. Okay, and that's locked. So you got options here. You can we can pre-pressurize it on the left-hand side, and then you can put the desired position.
It's adjustable suspension.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I've tested a lot of cars that don't even have that.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about the gearing and the brakes on the back.
Now the brakes are Tektro hydraulic disc brakes. Like this e-bike can go up to 45 kilometers an hour.
Oh yeah.
Now imagine you have to sort of brake quickly. You need good brakes. Those brakes are good, you know. And so is the gearing. We got the 10-speed Shimano Dior gearing. So, and with a 42-tooth front chainring. So this allows you to easily go up to 45 kilometers if there's a need for it. And I must say as well, we got a matching low bar version of this bike.
Okay, well, I'm really curious. See, I'm a natural car guy.
Yeah.
So I'm probably the worst person to review this, which should make it really honest. I'm going to go and see if this thing can actually replace a car as a commuter vehicle to get into the city. It's either going to be a great success or a massive failure, and it's been nice knowing you. Yes, I was going to ride this bike from the Auckland suburb of Point Chev, almost 8 kilometres, to the city centre, trying not to die in Auckland's infamous traffic. So you can understand I wasn't bursting with enthusiasm. Now you know all the tech specs on the bike. What we've got to figure out is, can it be a replacement for a car? To find that out, I'm going to take this bike and head into Auckland City, into the city centre where my job is. Now, I've done this run in a car already, and it took me 30 minutes, which is pretty good. I had a really smooth run in. Can the bike do it in less? And more importantly, how comfortable and convenient is it? The thing is, I should point out that I have a medical condition. It's my allergies. I'm basically allergic to being hit by a car. So that's my biggest fear right now. There is a cycle path behind me, however, and it starts here in Point Chevalier, which is just under 8 k's from the city centre, or from my job. And it goes most of the northern motorway, the northwestern motorway, it goes almost into the city centre. But there is going to be a section where I have to get off the path and actually go on the streets and mingle with cars, and that's the part that terrifies me. All right, enough talking, let's crack into it. I got kitted up and ready to begin, but didn't exactly have an auspicious start, managing to hit the pedal against my shin. Ow! But with that behind me and my helmet-mounted camera aimed pointlessly at the ground, I took this carbon fibre bike onto the cycleway. This part is fine because it's dedicated lanes for bikes, but when I get into the city, I imagine it's going to be a bit different. There it could just be painted lines on the side of the road, which is kind of pointless. It's like having a shark tank and painting a swimming lane in it. Oh, okay, so I'm going up a hill now, and I'm not using any electric assist yet. Actually, that's not too bad. I used to have an electric bike back when I lived in Europe, and I used it a lot because there are a lot of dedicated cycle lanes down where the Iron Curtain used to be in Slovakia, and I used to ride there all the time. So that was a much heavier bike. This is much lighter, only 22 kilos apparently for a hybrid bike. That's light. There's the motorway. I'm riding alongside the motorway. I've never used this path before. Time to turn on the power now that I'm going up a very gentle incline. I'm going to increase the power to 1. Oh, look at that. I can feel the difference already. That's pretty good. That's just a gentle assistance. I'm basically doing nothing. It's doing this work for me, going up this incline. Consumer Magazine rated this bike very, very highly. In their magazine, they said they couldn't find any faults with it. And I can see why. It's a very comfortable position to ride in. It's not a street bike, it's a hybrid, which means it's a crossover between a country bike, an off-road bike, and a city bike. So it's got a flat handlebar. The seating position, you're not leaning forward like on the Tour de France bikes. You sort of sit up and beg. Like imagine you're driving a modern Range Rover. The seat is actually really comfortable. The only downside is that it's memory foam, and if it remembers my backside for 8 kilometers, I'm gonna give it some serious PTSD. There's people playing golf. I'm not hating this, I gotta be honest. This is actually kind of cool.
Sadly, my private cycle lane soon ended as I had to navigate traffic lights to cross a busy street.
Thanks. Oh, thank you. Oh, I've got my own push button. Check that out. And a handle to rest on. I've thought of everything. This stuff wasn't here last time I rode a bike. All right, let's change the assist to 3. Yeah, we're off. Oh wow, oh fucker out, we're moving now. Sweet. All right, let's get off the road, and now we're back on the cycle paths. Oh, we're in high gear now. Wow, this thing really moves. This is kind of cool. We still haven't got to the city yet though, so I may still die. In which case I'd like to thank Ecotricity for giving me the opportunity to make these videos. I'd like to thank my mum and my dad, love you guys. And for anyone else that's watching, there is a staggering amount of gold buried somewhere in Auckland. Full disclosure, it's Yukon gold, it's a variety of potato, but they're very good and they're buried because they're growing. This seat is the most comfortable bike seat I've ever been on, eh? I just equate bikes with discomfort, but this is really comfortable. I like it. Okay, going up a hill now, increasing the power to maximum and dropping the gears down. Oh, this is effortless. It is doing the work for me. Literally, my legs are just moving. They're not doing anything. This is cheating, man. I love it. It looks like the power assist operates right up to like 46 k's an hour. It's insane. Because the bike I had in Europe, it only used to go up to 25 k's an hour and then the power would cut out. Oh, more power please, going up a hill. Change the gear. There we go. But this one seems to go up beyond 40 k's an hour with power assist. You can rock it along on this machine, eh? I'm starting to find my groove, starting to find my rhythm. Now I think right up here I have to actually get off the cycle path and go on the road. No, wait. Wait, this wasn't on Google Maps when I was checking out this route. I've got a dedicated lane here, check this out. Oh, this is sweet. I thought I was going to be amongst cars here. Oh, this is a godsend. Look at this. They put in a dedicated lane for me. I feel like a king. This is like a cheat mode. It's like playing Doom and you discover the cheat modes back in the 90s. Here comes a scooter. See, other people are using it. Okay, a little more power going up a hill. And it's just moving me along. You know what? I'm feeling lazy. I'm going to put maximum power on and there we go. It's just doing all the work. Because I can go faster if I want to. It responds to how much pressure you put on the pedals. It's not just on-off like the cheap electric bike I used to have. This one responds. If you push a little harder, just a little more effort, your speed will increase really, really dramatically. Oh boy, is this where I have to get on the road? I think this is where I have to get on the road. No. When I was planning this journey, these cycle paths didn't exist because I was using old Google Maps pictures. This is brilliant. I think I go down here. Oh, look at this. These cycle paths weren't here. This is new. This is the pink path, light path. Never done this before.
And on the car-free light path, I cranked up the power to maximum and chucked this hybrid bike into high gear.
That was cool. I actually used some of my own energy for once. Got up to 50 k's an hour. Okay, there's the cycle path over there. Oh, look at that, light screen. Haha, see you losers. Oh, this is sweet, man. So far, this has been cycle paths all the way in. That's insane. Seriously, I'm blown away. These cycle paths weren't here when I was planning this journey. I thought I was going to be there riding amongst cars dying. This is excellent.
Well, that excellent journey was about to get a little unpredictable as I had to finally go onto roads without separate dedicated cycle paths.
There's a bus lane. What do? I share it with the bus, I think. Oh, let's give it a go. Oh, crikey. Do I go around the bus? Oh no, he's going. Oh man, the smell from that diesel. That is disgusting. Why isn't that electric?
Yeah, I decided rather than get miner's lung sitting behind that toxic diesel bus, I'd walk the bike at the crossing instead. But from here on, it was a bit of a biking no man's land.
It's not clear what I do. Well, he's riding on the footpath. I guess that means it's okay. I'm gonna ride on the footpath. Okay, this is a shared zone. This is pedestrians, cars, and bikes. Okay, it's not too bad. A little bit of chaos, a little bit of uncertainty, but no danger. That's what I've been fearing the most, is this risk of permanent damage, but that hasn't happened yet. Oh, okay, I think I want to get down there, but I don't know how.
This last part of the journey was made all the more confusing by major infrastructure works underway in the city centre with the installation of new underground train stations. So I got off the bike again and walked the remaining 500 metres. Well, I walked some of it because walking a bike is like running in jandals. You can do it, but it feels weird.
This last section I've had to do on foot because there's so much construction going on as they're building the new railway link.
And despite my fears of death, I was soon arriving right outside my office, making the 8-kilometre journey in an impressive time, even though I was taking a leisurely, safety-first approach to the entire adventure. And honestly, this ride has opened my car-loving eyes to the benefits of bikes in cities.
I've made it. I made it into the city. And it's taken exactly the same amount of time as the car, but I think I got a lot more fun out of this than I did when I took my car into the city centre. I would say this has been an incredibly comfortable bike. I've really enjoyed the ride in here. My only criticism would be that I wish there were more dedicated cycle lanes. It's almost the entire way into my office. I've got my own cycle lane. It's only in the last little bit. Honestly, it's caused by construction, really. But I'm really excited about where the city's going. I don't think Auckland will ever be Amsterdam in terms of cycling, but we shouldn't let excellent be the enemy of good. I mean, I always thought the car was the ultimate symbol of freedom, and I still love cars, but I've come into the city centre with no traffic, no congestion fee, no insurance, no gas, nothing. And this bike costs a lot less than a car. Honestly, maybe this is the ultimate symbol of freedom. When it comes to cities, the bike is the king. I kind of want to buy this bike. Don't tell my car I said that.